guys, what's going on? It's Ash here coming at you today in Clash Royale. Today we're going to talk about 3 big areas of improvement that the game needs. This is going to be one of those kind of passion videos. Instead of going full screen, I decided I would give you guys, well, a little bit of gameplay for you guys to enjoy in the background if you get sick of listening to me talk for a second. So, quick disclaimer. Disclaimer number 1 is I saw this tweet from Morton yesterday, and as a matter of fact, I actually had a tweet kind of similar to this in some ways, kind of responding to someone who was critical of the game, the community, etc. And I think they have every right to be critical right now as well. But with all that said, I still enjoy the game. You know, if that pisses you off, then so be it. But I'm not going to pretend to hate a game which I personally enjoy. If I was someone who pretended to hate a game that I enjoyed, I would just be someone pandering to you to score points. Like, hey, look at how negative I am. Don't you like me for being authentic? Nah, that's not who I'm going to be. I'm going to be real with you guys. So in today's video, expect to hear some positive and expect to hear some negative because I just want to be kind of, again, real, right? So I enjoy playing the game. Am I addicted to this game? No. I've been playing this game casually for years. Like Morton, I still enjoy making content for the game. Maybe it's because my content is opinion-based like today's video or guest-based usually, just talking to somebody who really excels. And I really enjoy doing that in real life in general, talking to people who are really good at something. So for whatever reason, I find the game still cool to play, fun to play. I play every single day on my own time outside of content, albeit only for about 10-15 minutes or so, and that's about it. I'm a casual player at heart, aside from making content on the game, which I do as kind of a career, right? And I'm very, very fortunate and grateful to have this opportunity. Now, with all that said, I don't have that hunger, that dying passion for the game that I had at one point inside Clash Royale. And that sounds silly to talk about a mobile game that way, but I gotta be real. I shared the positive. I like the game. Very grateful to, again, have this channel. Views are a little bit down, but I really don't even care at this point. I just enjoy what I'm doing, and I try to appreciate and have a little bit of gratitude, like I said, every single day that I'm afforded the luxury of doing this and making a living and supporting my family off of it. So, thank you guys for that opportunity as well. But with all that said, man, again, I don't have that undying passion, that hunger, that addiction to the game where I'm so excited to open it up every day. Nah, it's kind of more of the same old, same old. And before we get to the 3 things that I want to see changed in the next update and beyond, I want to kind of mention that the Supercell, well, let me rewind, right? The game team who made this game, created this game 7 years ago or 8 years ago, whenever they started developing Scroll, which is the alpha name for Clash Royale, whenever they started developing this game, I have not spoken to any of the original creators of Clash Royale in a long time, so this is me just projecting what I think they think. If I was on that original team, just knowing how passionate they were about this game, I'm not saying the current team is not passionate. I'm just saying I remember how passionate the Scroll team was about this game. And I can only imagine that if they were on the team now, which they're not, the original, the OG developers, I can only imagine that they'd be a little bit let down with the lack of innovation inside this game. And again, this is not meant to be an attack piece or a shot at the current design game team, especially during COVID. I want to be realistic about the challenges of this year. But man, comparing to Brawl Stars and Clash of Clans, especially Brawl Stars, oh my God, it is tough, man. I really saw somebody complaining. This is not a lie. I saw somebody complaining on Twitter yesterday about too many Brawl Stars updates. Man, they have it bad. Too many updates, can't keep up. Must be tough, Brawl Stars players. Must be very, very tough to be you guys. But you look at what those teams can do in terms of innovation. The map editor in Brawl Stars, the gadgets, a whole new way to play your brawlers in that game, and so much more being added to the game. It seems like every other week. It's insane. I exaggerate, but still, it's insane. Man, we're lacking that right now. Let's just be real, right? We're lacking that. And I feel like if the creators of Clash Royale looked at the game today, they would see 2 years plus of stagnation, no innovation, no pushing the limit on what this game is capable of, both in terms of the player base, in terms of community, and in terms of game design. So that's going to be where we're going to start this video. Point number 1. thing that I want to see most is innovation, right? Think about it, guys. I'm not saying I hold all the answers. Let me be clear. I'm going to give you my ideas, but it's really just kind of get your brain going here. It's really to try to make a point. I'm not saying all my ideas are winners, but think about it. We've had the same decks of 8 cards of pretty much the same sort of cards that do the same sort of thing in the game for 5 years now. Man, same levels. The card levels have not changed. The tower levels have not changed. Sure, they kind of rearranged the levels a little bit in terms of, you know, they used to be 1, 2, 3, and 4, and now they're like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, whatever. But still, everything's the same. Everything is the same, you know? The win conditions are the same, and I'm not talking Hog Rider and Golem win conditions. I'm talking about the way that you win a match inside the game. It's always the same. Gonna take down the tower on the same map in the same arena from day one. That's it. And maybe there's a beauty in that simplicity if I could play devil's advocate to myself for a second. But to me, having played this game for so long, it feels like just lack of innovation, man. They had touchdown mode. That was kind of a flop. But at least touchdown mode now, looking back at it, it's like at least it was something different, you know? Clan Wars 1 was, what, 4 years ago, whatever it was? And then Clan Wars 2 felt very similar to Clan Wars 1. Sure, new and improved, but still with glaring flaws. And we waited so long for Clan Wars 2, it just didn't seem innovative. It had some interesting ideas in it, but, you know, basically consolidating all the game's rewards, putting them into a new game mode, forcing you to play it, having kind of spotty matchmaking to say the least. It was a flop. It was a flop. And I think that's, you know, at this point, I'm going to stop, you know, being the dead horse of Clan Wars being a flop. Not the intention of this. It's just I haven't seen innovation. So the number one thing I want to see is take chances. Is it tower abilities? Is it heroes? Is it a new map? More towers? No towers? I don't know. Let's do something totally different, right? Let's try it out. What do we have to lose at this point, you know? Number 2 is fixing a few things in the game right now. The few things are private tournaments. What are those, right? Challenges, grand challenges, classic challenges. Moving global tournaments back to, you know, the main screen so we can actually have an idea if it's going on instead of burying it in the events tab. And matchmaking in general, everywhere. Clan War matchmaking, ladder matchmaking, challenge matchmaking, just matchmaking in general. So I'm not going to go super into detail. I've made so many videos, dozens of videos talking about each of these topics here. But, you know, the long story short of it is they need to either change the price point of challenges, because every day that I record, I see this. I'm not a 12-win player. I can't get 12 wins in a grand challenge anymore. It's all pros, you know, but I see it every day because I record pros playing every day in grand challenges. And I'll tell you what, guys, it went from like 2018 where they could find a match instantly. Then 2019, it took like a minute or two to find that 12-win match. And now I wait like 10 minutes sometimes in between matches because nobody is playing challenges anymore. Either that or there's a big problem with the wait time in the matchmaking algorithm in grand challenges. So everything's more difficult. There's not an easy, viable way to farm because all of the great, they've made tremendous new kind of added benefits and bonuses to the resources. How fast it is to max out your deck. They've added a lot of gold and cards to the game. I'll give them that and trade tokens. But the problem is a lot of that is again, consolidated now into Clan Wars, kind of pushing us to play Clan Wars 2. Man, I feel like private tournaments need an entire revamp or need to be deleted from the game. Who even plays private tournaments anymore? Half of them are broken. You know, some of the game modes are just broke. I think Rage mode is broken right now in private tournaments. You can't have it. There's a 24-hour tournament option. Yeah, good luck. Don't ever do that. It's a way to punish somebody if you host a 24-hour tournament because you're going to get push notifications if you have them on constantly. There's somebody looking for a match. Constantly, there's somebody looking for a match. And if you go to look for a match, you're going to push notification to everybody else and everybody's just going to be annoyed and you're not going to be able to find a match. So welcome to the 24-hour private tournaments. And I know 90% of you guys are probably like, dude, I'm going to turn this off. Who cares about private tournaments? Because they don't mean anything in the game. There's no rewards anymore. There's no cost. It's nothing. It's like friendly battles. It's lame. So I mean, I don't know what the solution is, but you know, if they can't add a price and kind of how it used to be, you know, how it used to be, even if you can't do the big, huge 20,000, 200,000 gem tournaments, you know, the 15Ks, well, add something to spice them up or get rid of them, right? And same thing with victory challenges. You know, I still think that challenge tokens is the way to go. Give challenge tickets or tokens a way for players to enter into the challenges for free. It makes it easier. It helps with the wait times, and it gets people more excited in farming up their account more. If you play one grand challenge for free, you're more likely to say, I can do better than that, and spend the 100 gems and try again, you know? So I think that will actually make them money rather than lose them money and hurt their bottom line, because let's be real here, the bottom line does matter. How much money they're making does matter. It is a factor. So we should consider that when, you know, putting any ideas forward, right? Because at the end of the day, I'm just going to be a stupid panderer, as we talked about in the intro, if I'm sitting here saying, yeah, guys, let's just give everybody max decks. That will solve everything, you know? So we got to think about money too. We got to think about the bottom line for Supercell at the same time. But I think challenge tokens would be a benefit. And then, you know, 2v2 challenges. Why not have a 2v2 challenge? Like a grand challenge, classic challenge, but 2v2. Is it that hard? I'm not a game designer. I'm not a developer, and I'm not going to pretend to be one, but dang, it'd be nice to have something like that, right? Matchmaking, man. Just put a little bit of a bias on matching to people to your same level. That's it. I am not a conspiracy theorist. I don't think matchmaking is rigged against you in the sense that, like, it's going to find a perfect counter deck to every deck you're playing. However, I do think it's rigged in the sense that, you know, it sucks to go against people with higher level cards all the time. And it's good to go against people with lower level cards until you realize that you're just a bully and you're probably low in trophies, just bullying people. And that doesn't feel very gratifying anyway at the end of the day. You know, maybe to some people it does. But at the end of the day, just have a little bit of a bias when matchmaking, that you're put in a pool of other players who are matchmaking. That's how matchmaking works. And just separate this pool into, you know, by level. And then give it 30 seconds. And then expand parameters. So you're not guaranteed to face somebody the same level cards as you are, but at the end of the day, you have an extreme, you know, more likely chance of facing somebody who has the same level cards or King Tower or whatever as you do. And that would make a lot of people happy in the game, right? Just like Clash of Clans does. When you're search and matchmaking, it's going to give a, you know, 30-second, 3-minute, whatever it is, bias towards your town hall level, and then it kind of expands. So that's matchmaking. So kind of fix those things up a little bit. That'd be nice. And then last but not least, small. It sounds like a small one, guys, and it is smaller than innovation and obviously probably less important than fixing all the things we just mentioned. But the last idea that I really want to see out of the next update is just ways for us to, you know, get a little bit of clout, right? More leaderboards. I've been saying this for a while. People are by nature, even if you're a casual player, you're still competitive, right? So have leaderboards for every King Tower level in the game. Have 2v2 leaderboards that you attach to somebody, you both agree, and then boom, you're connected, and then all season you play 2v2 together and you have a leaderboard. Have a level 1 leaderboard. So have ways to competitive modes for casual players that appeal to even casual players. And we can keep going with that. Add a new game, duel mode. Duels are really cool in Clan Wars too. So let's capitalize on that and add them into different interfaces inside the game. A duel / King of the Hill kind of competitive mode you can join in, like a challenge, like a grand challenge or a classic challenge. Let's spice things up. Let's have a gauntlet challenge where it's just based on win streaks, but it's different random game modes. You can switch up your deck before each game mode. But, you know, like, I mean, there's so many ideas, right? I have a ton of ideas. I'm sure everybody watching has a ton of ideas. By the way, email a voice memo of your ideas to clashwithashhotline@gmail.com. clashwithashhotline@gmail.com. I will be covering those in a video, I think Sunday or Monday. I think next Monday. So, you know, put in your voicemail, share your ideas, and you could end up on the video. So guys, that's what I got, right? I mean, let's experiment with, again, there's so much that we covered in today's video. I don't want to make this a 20-minute, a 30-minute video like I've done in the past. I want to try to keep it short and sweet, and we're at about, I don't know, 15 minutes. So we're going to end it here because I want this to be easily digestible for you guys. But that is what I think Clash Royale needs right now. Let me know what you think. A huge shout out to Bren Chong, my YouTube partner, to Clash Royale as well. Check out both of their information in the show notes below, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know how you think. Do you love the game? Do you hate the game? Do you play the game? Are you addicted to the game? Let me know in the comments below, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, take care, guys.